But so in regards to last week's conversation, man,
Uh-oh.
I feel like we be doing ourselves a disservice, and we if we did not continue or at least go back to that conversation to a certain extent. But last week we got to a point where we were asking each other, man, like why is it that women can check and figure out when when a man probably cheating on them, but they'll never pick up on the signs in regards to him not being happy. We gonna play this little clip by this young woman that she was dropping dumb gems, and I want to know what y'all think about it, man. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Cheating, but how can you know he cheating, but you never
Turn
knew
up a
he
little
was
bit.
unhappy with you? How?
So you're looking for those signs, but you're not looking for
Yeah.
those signs.
Why do you look for what somebody's doing, but you don't know when they're not happy with you? So come on, I'm like,
Is that being self-absorbed? You feel like maybe sometimes in relationships, women, because like you said, we know that we get everything just because we're women, so we expect it, and we don't want to give the man anything.
Oh
in return.
yes, women are self-absorbed and entitled, and I can say this because I've been doing this work for over 15 years. They believe because they have a vagina,
We do.
And pretty, that they and a nice body, that they are entitled to being treated a certain way. However, have you ever seen a woman that's beautiful and she looks amazing, her body, everything is together, very smart, but those type of women always get left for more plain Janes.
Yeah,
Women
we're
that-
looking like
Uh-huh.
you chose.
Did you see what I was looking like? Because it has nothing to
So
do with
what y'all feeling about it, man? Where do we even start with all the gems that she dropped there, man? How y'all feeling about it? Talk to me.
I want to know what a woman think. Honestly, though.
So we got one woman on tonight.
So
we got the
I
executive
want to know
producer in
what
the
Queen
back,
Esther
man.
think, though. You feel me? Because Queen Esther, that lady said a whole lot, and I think a lot of it do stick to the ribs.
What's
but-
wild is the queen actually the one that sent it to me.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was the one that sent it.
Shout out to Queen Esther.
Coming honest woman, but if it's true, it's true. When she was asking why women, because I feel like women can be more passionate about trying to catch him cheating and trying to investigate and go through his, social media and his phone and looking for all the signs and trying to check where he's at. But she's not as passionate as trying to find out if he's unhappy in general. And most women, I think we kind of overlook that. Like, is he unhappy or whatever? And I think, actually, going back to your question, when we ask guys how they're doing, and sometimes they don't open up. Mm-hmm. So we kind of just, move on. I was like, well, let me tell you how I'm doing. And then we just go and just focus on ourselves. Sometimes it's too easy for us to focus on ourselves in a relationship because we don't have enough wiggle room when we're trying to talk to our man and see what he's thinking or how he's feeling about his day or whatever. And I know last week we were talking about men don't really know how to tell women they're unhappy, so I'm not going to negate that. But sometimes we do overlook the fact that he might be unhappy because he doesn't just outright say it. And we're like, well, he's still here,
Right.
so he must be happy enough. Or we might just assume if there's something wrong, it's probably about his day. Because I'm an overthinker. So I'm quick to think that, if he's acting a little funny, I'm probably thinking, what's wrong with us? What did I do? Da-da-da. And then I'm trying not to overthink, because I've been told I overthink. So I say, well, maybe it's something that happened at work he don't feel like talking about.
Right.
So I don't push it. So I go on worrying about what's on my mind. So I might not be as passionate as investigating. I don't want him to, yell at me or get mad because I'm prying. But if I think he's cheating, I don't expect him to tell me anyway. I figure I got to find out on my own.
For sure.
So I'm going to look for the clues on my own anyway. So I think that's my point of view on it.
Respect. How you feel? You wanted to hear the woman's perspective. That's the woman's perspective. How you feel about it, though?
I agree. I do believe that as us men, we got to do better of communicating our unhappiness. Because I think a lot of men are afraid to tell their women that they're unhappy. And not because they're afraid like they're a punk or they soft. I guess it's because they don't want no problems.
Some of these women are violent, though.
They could be very violent.
Some men at home right now getting beat up on the low.
But there has to be a way for you to get that point across.
For sure.
Like, you can't just sit there and just be like, and keep your mouth closed and you're not saying nothing. You have to say something. You have to let her know. If you got to write it down in a letter or whatever, by all means, man. But you have to make that be known.
But are you saying that it's the man's fault that she only can catch the cheating and not catch that he's unhappy?
I wouldn't say it's the man's fault. I think that a lot of women are very competitive with other women.
Mm-hmm.
As men, we could be competitive, but we're not competing about whose eyelashes or eyebrows is better.
Okay.
Like, we don't do that. We may compete on the basketball court.
For sure.
Who got a better song or whatever
sure.
like that. You know, we'll do that. But as far as like physical features, things that have, you know, like women like take that very like, you know, they take that very serious. Like, they're passionate about that. That's something that they do. They compare like, oh my gosh, why her feet look like that, or and you know what I'm saying, that regard. So I think the reason why they do look at the cheating first rather than the man's unhappiness is because they know that, oh my gosh, like what if another woman probably grab his attention, or maybe, you know, that's the first thing that comes to their mind, which comes off selfish in my personal opinion, because what if, you feel me, he ain't looking at somebody. Maybe he's just unhappy, but you're not putting, I just wish that you would put the same level of urgency that you put on the cheating part, right? That you could transfer over to the point
when he walk in the house with his head down.
Exactly.
Respect.
So that's what I would say on that.
How the other fellas feeling about it? Do y'all think women are more prone to catching us cheating and not even notice that we are unhappy in the whole relationship? And if so, why? Why is it that they only catch that and not catch the unhappiness?
Well, I think it depends, because for the most part, a woman want to feel like she's the queen of our universe. So for the most part, if you feel me, you come in the house sad, you're not happy. Like my girlfriend, I come in the house sad, not happy. It's not that I'm not happy with her, because we're like goal oriented. So when we don't meet our goals throughout the day, we feel behind in our life.
For
so
sure.
It's not that we're upset with the relationship or this and that. It's just that we have a goal and a dream. So for the most part, ladies, when you see that your husband, like, or I don't know, when you see that your boyfriend or your husband, whoever he is not happy or something, then check up, ask him about, feel me, did he get any of his goals done, you feel me, and stuff like that, where he at with that, because that's really important to men. But if you have a man that don't have a dream or a goal, he's never going to be happy. Because a man without a dream or a vision going to perish.
Talk that talk, youngin. Talk that talk. What's up, Zoe?
For me, it's pretty much her environment, who she's around, like her friends, her circle. Because if she may not say to you, but she may go in her group chat and be like, yo, he's not acting like himself and this and that. And if her friends, if their first response is, girl, he cheating, like, you doomed. So rather than, oh, he's sad, somebody in the chat should be like, maybe you should pray for him, or maybe you should, like, you know, say something to him like that. But it's like, nah, go through his phone, or it might be a girl at his job. There's always something negative. Like,
Right.
There's never something like positive to look into. And that's not the first time you walked in the house sad. So y'all should be able to communicate to where, like, hey, what's wrong? We're going to sit down and talk about it, rather than her just making her own assumptions in her head, which is probably the worst thing that could happen.
So you saying that we should put more onus on ourselves, like as men? Like
It's
if we
both
not
of-
feeling?
it's my fault and her fault.
Okay.
Because if she's feeling down, I should be able to sit her down and talk about it, just like if I'm feeling down.
Respect.
But most times, even though I feel like women do it the most, women like to come up with their own conclusions on why he's feeling the way he's feeling.
That's true.
And that's dangerous, dog, because you know
He
what
said
happens?
That is dangerous.
You know why that is dangerous? Because let's be real, right? When you're emotional, women are emotional beings, right? And yeah, man, we have emotions too, but women are more emotional. That's just facts, bro. You feel me? When you are emotional, bro, you're not gonna think straight. You feel what I'm saying? Like even in the medical field, or even if you're you have a career that requires with you to interact with people or interact with children, like you have to know how to push your emotions to the side, so that way you could think clearly. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in a relationship, right, when a woman get her feelings, bro, what ends up happening is that, bro, her judgment is gonna be off. You feel me? Like the judgment is gonna be off. Her, you know what I'm saying? Like her perspective is gonna be off because she's just all up in her feelings. You know, so it's gonna need some time for the person to calm down and relax. You know, but if you're an overthinker, you know, and I think a lot of people are overthinkers in general.
I think so too.
You know, but I think women are more overthinkers than men. That's just in a relationship. You feel me? Because like I just feel like brother said, bro, like she's supposed to be the queen. She's the one. You feel what I'm saying? So how can the one who feels like you're supposed to feel like the one feels like the dude is not unhappy, she gonna be like, what? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna throw her off.
But
It's too much pressure on the relationship. Is what I'm saying. Is what I would like to say. I feel like when y'all unhappy, don't sit there and be like, "Are you okay?" and stuff like that. Why don't both of y'all just go out the house and go do something together? Too much talking about this and that, communicating. Stop communicating. Go do something productive. It's too much. Sometimes it's too much talking. Just go move around, go run, go on a jog, go on a my shit.
But if you don't talk about it, you never fix it. It's gonna come back around.
But it's not, nothing is broken though. It's not always gonna be happy times. Is what I'm saying.
But how do we
Sometimes you
know?
gotta get to the root of what's bothering you so you could address it directly.
True.
'Cause if you ignore it, it comes back and it might blow up.
No, maybe it's nothing wrong. Maybe it's just a mess. Maybe it's just something wrong. Like just, you know how you just get a negative thought,
Yeah, but you
negative
could,
feeling.
yeah, but the
won't
thing
know
is
till we
though,
talk about
okay, what he's saying, I get it though. But if your girl is looking at you like, baby, you like something's off about you, and to you it could be just like a negative mess, like you said, whatever, right? I think it's important and very essential to tell her what it is, so that way she could get some type of peace of mind, because she don't know what's on your head.
For sure.
So it's not like you telling her so that way, you feel me, you don't want to argue. You telling her, say, nah, baby, it ain't you. It's just that's not happening at work. And after that, you could, you let her know she feels good. Then y'all could go jog and run.
So I know, like right now, they got this popular thing out where they talk about, and everybody has their own love language. How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, that's that book by Gary Chapman, The 5 Love Languages.
Oh, what you say? Everybody has their own love language.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing today. So in regards to Ricky saying that, for him personally, he'd rather, instead of doing the communicating, he want to get active. How important is it that we should be able to be compatible with our individuals or our person at which we are in the relationships love language?
I think that's very essential. That's very important. You dig what I'm saying? But in every love, let me just say this: in every love language is communication.
Okay.
Because that's why it's called language.
Right.
So language is what? You feel me? A form of communication.
Well, it's not communication. Ain't only words though.
It's already been like established. Like if he likes to go jogging, and she knows that maybe that's what's going to take his mind off of what. That doesn't have to be communicated.
That's communication though.
That's communication.
That's communication.
It's without words, but you can still communicate without words.
You still communicate without words. I agree with that. But I think it's important though that if your girl or if the dude, right, if they feel like something off about you, I don't think just going outside and run, you feel me, is gonna make them feel like, all right, that person is straight, because
It's not. Oh, my fault, Esther. It's not the It's not running. I'm just saying, just run away and just don't even communicate. It's just the fact that why we got to sit here and dig deep into something that's not even deep. Let's just enjoy life. There's nothing to discuss.
But what if the person feel like to them is deep to them though? You have to consider the person's emotions and feelings. Like for you, it may not be deep, but what if Shawty said like that's important that they want to know?
Just look her in her face, be like, "Come on, baby, let's go. Let's go outside. Let's go outside."
I don't work all the time.
But what I would say is the variable. What if she's an overthinker? You leave the house and you go jog and you leave her home by herself overthinking, or she asks you what's wrong. You like, man, there's nothing. You go in your room or you close your door and she's in the living room overthinking. And I think that's one of the most. A lot of men deal with women that overthink and they try to like just play it off. And my question is, I guess we got 2 women in here.
Right.
How do we stop you from overthinking?
That's a good
Tell
question.
us what's up.
Is
Like,
that
give
simple
us-
though? Is
yeah,
it really
give
I don't
that
think it's that
Simple.
simple.
I think
For
because
me,
you'll tell her something and then she'll overthink about
Exactly.
that.
She might think that you capping about it. Know what I'm saying?
So we need a better answer.
I had to learn to not do that. Like, even if he's making it up, I'm gonna go off of what he says, because it's too many variables out there for me to start creating a whole world that's not that doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna learn to go off what he says.
Is overthinking an insecurity?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. In the scenario,
You're not gonna answer?
it is.
Well, when she started talking.
Oh my
But
God.
in the scenario that like you put, if like somebody's constantly asking you, like you said, and you be like nothing, you go in the room and close your door. Like as a female, I wouldn't just sit there and like dwell on it. I'm gonna go find me something to do. Like you don't talk.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go do
do
what I do
something.
then. Like I'm not gonna sit
But
there.
I ain't
and
gonna lie
think
though,
about
when
the
you
situation.
go and do your own thing, you don't think you finna be like, man, forget this guy.
No, I go hang out with my sisters, or I grab me a bottle of wine, go enjoy myself. Like I'm not.
And you're
gonna
not-
sit there and, like,
And when
you're
and
not-
when I
I
come
wonder
back,
what-
And you're not mad at him.
and when
No, I'm not gonna
exactly.
be mad at him. He want to be alone. Go be alone. Like,
So when I come back, I'm not gonna get no pettiness.
No.
I don't believe that. You're lying, bro. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
No, but if you tell somebody like I just want to be alone, like if you communicate it in a delicate way, like all right, I'm gonna give you a space, I'm gonna go do what I do. Then.
Nah, I don't believe that.
But I'm pretty sure it's been numerous scenarios that when something's wrong, he go for me, do what he got to do and come back happy. So like you got to know your man, know that.
But now what's crazy about that?
That's not
a man to come back happy and
she mad.
She mad and now you back mad like
yes, what I'm exactly.
Like,
so
bro, we unbalanced like crazy.
What Essa just said, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. That sounds beautiful. Like real talk, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But how often does that happen though?